All right, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Lacey Gibo, and I'm so excited you guys are here today. All right, if you keep telling yourself, I don't have time to train, I want to tell you today why that is a lie that you keep telling yourself. And before you come at me and say, Lacey, that's harsh, or maybe these are words you don't want to hear, but it is a lie. And we're going to get into that in today's episode. So, I want to start with giving you guys some phrases, sentences, feedback from what you guys are telling me. So, inside of some of our programs that we offer, one of them being the Assistant University, and then one of them being Culture, which is our membership. These are some things that has literally word for word. I wrote them down word for word from what you guys have told me. And at the end of this, I want to see if you guys see a theme. You're going to see a theme. So, okay. Someone said, not knowing what to teach or having the time to teach them. Finding the time for all the things as a solo operator. Finding the time to truly teach them how to be on their own. I don't have the knowledge or time to train properly. Working insane hours. While I've mostly cut down to 5 days a week, I still work 10 to 12-hour days, which leaves me little to no time for anything. Right now, I feel like there are months I have too many clients and not enough time. Not enough time to train well, the time it takes to train, drowning while working 6 days a week behind the chair, not having time to run the business, not enough time in the day. My time is valuable and it takes time to train. Communication, clear goals, organization, time to do it all. Time to train, having enough time. I don't have the money to step away from clients, but therefore I don't have the time to focus and grow a team. Working so much and finding time and energy to train. No time to train. Not having the time to properly train them like I want them to be, and making time to work on the business, not just behind the chair. Okay, that was a lot. I'm sorry. And you guys are definitely seeing a theme. What I asked were struggles inside of your salons right now, inside of your businesses. What's a pain point? What's a struggle? Do you guys see you're not alone? If you have said this before, maybe not even said it out loud, but have thought, I just don't have time to train. It's probably because you lack the systems to do so. All right. So I'm going to say this with so much love and so much respect, but so much truth. And my mentor once told me this. You will make time for what matters most in your life, period. And that hit me like a ton of bricks. You will carve out the space, you will carve out the time to do what you want to do and what you prioritize. And you guys, I get every single one of those fears because that was me. I want to talk to you guys about like early years in my salon when I was just starting. I didn't have the time to train either. My business grew really fast. And I will say I was fortunate and lucky to pivot pretty fast. Like I hired an assistant really early in my career, but there were still times when I was working 7 days a week behind the chair. I was doing weddings on Saturdays and Sundays, and I didn't have my systems nailed down. We didn't have a strong assistant program. We didn't have policies, procedures, and everything nailed down because we were so busy working behind the chair, myself and my business partner at the time. When I first opened my salon, I did it with a business partner. She worked like 4 days a week behind the chair, sometimes 5. I was working 5 days, sometimes 6, sometimes 7. How are you going to grow a team when you're working that many days a week or hours behind the chair when you're not stopping? And what I say, slowing down to speed up. So I know what this is like because there were years where I didn't have this nailed down and I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off for a while. Then we got it all together, started hiring, started training, started really focusing on our systems, how things were done, how expectations, like everything. And then there was a time where I kind of reverted back. I reverted a little bit back and dipped down, and this was going through a lot like personally in my life, where splitting from a business partner, having a baby, and I had to basically tear everything down that I thought was working to build something even stronger. And that indeed I did. All right. So if you keep saying you don't have time to train, what you're really saying is that staying busy feels safer than slowing down. Busy feels productive to you. Busy feels responsible. Busy feels necessary because busy is all you know. You're busy. I get it. But busy is also prohibiting you from doing what you really want to do. And can we talk about the word busy for a minute? I used to say this word all the time. I'm busy, I'm sorry, I've been busy, I'm busy. And I completely removed this word, busy, out of my vocabulary years ago. Should never say never. It's very rare that you will hear me say the word, I'm busy. I've replaced it with my life is full and I am productive. Okay? So I want you to say it with me. My life is full and I am productive. All right? So I want you to just think on that for a second. If you're saying, I'm busy, I don't have time to train, I'm busy, like just think about that for a second. Perspective, mind shift. All right? You say you don't have time to train, but what you really don't have is a willingness to pause long enough to build something greater. So when I say pause long enough, it is actually stopping, slowing down. It might take you longer to do things to set yourself, your future self, up for success. Okay? You might think that slowing down feels risky, and it's because it's out of the ordinary for you. You've been on this hamster wheel for so long that you don't know how to slow down. And you worry, what if my income drops? What if clients leave? If I don't respond right away or get them in? What if my assistant doesn't do it right? What if the guest experience is sacrificed? What if everything falls apart? All the what ifs. But have you even tried? Okay? So instead, you just keep doing it all yourself. Again and again and again. And every single day you keep showing up as a one-man show, doing it all because you won't slow down enough to set yourself up for success for the future you and your future business. Okay? And then you say, I'm tired. Well, duh. You're doing everything yourself. Of course you're going to be tired AF. That was me 10 years ago. I was tired. Okay? And let me just say this. You're not tired because you have an assistant. And so I want to talk to those that do work with an assistant right now. If you have an assistant and you are tired and you're still doing everything yourself, you're tired because everything still runs through you and you have failed to set up proper systems inside your business and you do not know how to efficiently delegate. And that's a skill. And we have to learn that skill and not micromanage. That ain't going to work in the salon industry. All right? So if you say, I don't have time to train because training feels like more work than just doing it yourself. Say, I'm just going to do it. It's going to take too long. No one can do it how I do it. It'll be easier and faster if I just do it myself. I've had these thoughts 100 billion times in my life, and it never serves me. And it's not true. It's bullshit. I'm just going to say it. It's a lie. Someone can do it just as good as you, if not better. You have to train them how you want it done. Okay? What feels easier today is costing you tomorrow and your future self. You're choosing short-term comfort over long-term freedom. And you're choosing speed over sustainability. Time isn't found. It's chosen and it's created. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Okay? How you choose your time determines the success of your business. That's one of my non-negotiables. So I'm going to say that again. Time isn't found, it's chosen and it's created. You make time for what matters the most, no matter what. You make time for your guest. You make time for your workouts. You make time to meal prep or plan ahead. You make time for your kids and your spouse. You make time for the things you want. Okay? So the question isn't, do I have the time? Because it's always going to be no. The question is, have I decided this matters enough to make a change? If you never pause to thoroughly build out systems and processes inside your salon, you will always be the one doing everything. If you're saying, Lacey, what do you mean by systems and processes? Hold on, let's go backwards for a second. Does your team know what's expected of them? Do you have everything in writing? Is everything documented? Do you have a handbook? Do you have a policy for time off? And what if someone calls in sick? And what does your shampoo blow dry experience look like? And your scalp massage? All of that should be documented. Not only documented, but you want to go a step ahead because we're visual learners and creatives inside the beauty industry is filming everything, your processes. Okay? I do not want this for you. I don't want you to be the one doing everything because damn, it's exhausting. And you are only one person and can only do so much. All right? Things don't slow down until you design them to, until you intentionally and purposefully make room in your life and on your books and on your schedule to do the things that matter the most. They don't magically calm down. Your life's not just going to get free. You don't suddenly wake up with more time. It will never happen. You create it. If you keep telling yourself you'll train when things slow down, you're going to be saying that for the rest of your life and the rest of your career. Okay? You don't need more hours. You need to operate with intention and slow down to speed up. No one is coming to hand you more time. No one is going to clear your schedule for you. No one is going to build the systems for you. No one is going to protect your future if you won't. And at some point, you have to decide that your future matters more than today's urgency and to-dos. And that one decision will change your entire life. Okay? I hope that I'm hitting some of you guys in your feels right now, in your heart. And you're like, Lacey, I needed to hear this today. Because it means a lot. And this means a lot to me because I have slowed down a lot in my business. I've slowed down a ton to focus on the things that truly move the needle inside my business, to focus on the things that give me an ROI, a return on my investment of what's important. I've slowed down to really know my numbers, to hire the people to give me the knowledge and the education that I need to run my business. All right? And I want the same for you. I'm definitely a different person than I was 6 years ago, 12 years ago, 15 years ago. And you probably are too. And it comes at making bold business decisions and being intentional with your time. You don't have to respond to every client right away. You're not going to lose them. And the ones that you do lose because of that are not meant for the future you. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. I love you guys. Little shorty episode today. Thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. I not always, but often get one or two of you reaching out and saying, Lacey, I love this episode or this hit home for me. And that means a lot. I love when any of you reach out and tell me that something you had a light bulb moment or an aha or that episode was amazing or that one thing I implemented. So I love to hear from you guys. So please don't ever hesitate to reach out. My Instagram is @Lacey_Jibo. It's at Lacey_Gbo. If you guys are on IG, chances are almost all of you guys are. If not, you can always email us. My email address is assistant course at lgeducation.online. So email me. Okay. All right. I think that's it for today. I will see you guys right back here on the Level Up with Lacey podcast, same time, same place next week. Bye, guys.